You're in for a treat. His brother's from Niagara Falls, New York. He's the author of 7 books. He runs a youth motivation group out there. He has a video blog. He does things on YouTube. He also has an online radio show. So, with that being said, we're going to welcome to the stage Saladin. Allah. Peace, everybody. How you doing?
Peace.
Everybody good? Okay. First and foremost, I just wanted to thank Brother Curtis and Terrell for bringing me and Supreme out here. You know, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here tonight. And, you know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the vision and the will and ability for these brothers to work together. So please give them a hand for making this possible. And then also after tonight, you're definitely going to see why supporting events like this is very, very important. Tonight's lecture is going to be about GPS to success. So I just wanted to give you 3 different points that I wanted to emphasize before we have our keynote speaker. When you're driving a vehicle, you have a lot of components that make up that vehicle. You have a starter, right? You have gas. You have wheels, you have a lot of different parts that make up that one vehicle. Your body is a physical vehicle. This is my hand. This is my shoes. This is my pants. These are all parts of who I am. Like his name, that's a part of who he is. That is his name. That's not him. His name belongs to him. You get what I'm saying? That ticket he had in his hand belongs to him, but it's not him. The same way you get inside the vehicle, greater is he that is within you, that is inside of this world. Meaning, how many of you ever had an experience where your emotions drove you into a situation where you went over the edge? Show me your hands. How many people was in that situation? And when I'm talking about emotions, I'm not just talking about anger or sadness. Happiness could also drive me over the edge too. I remember going back in high school, but I was feeling her, so my emotions took me to a place, even though I might have been happy about it. My emotions took me to a place that was over the edge. So would you say that your feelings are completely reliable in regards to you navigating your life? So going back to what I originally said about who's driving? Is it your emotions? Is it just how you feel about things? Is that what navigates you to get to where you want to go in life? No, that is a part of you. It's not ultimately you. Just like your name is just a part of you. It's not ultimately you. So the first thing and the most important thing to always consider when it comes to where your destiny is or where you want to, what your purpose is in life is your identity. Who are you? Who's driving? Is it your feelings? Matter of fact, is it your thoughts? I keep using the word your, meaning they belong to you, but you can change your mind. Sometimes, I'm sure some of you can relate to this. You may have not been having a good day, right? And it's like you run into this person and it's almost like a shark in the water that can smell blood. They can tell you're not having a good day too, right? So as soon as they see you, they may say something to you, they may do something, and it sets you off. It was that day though, that was just that day. Another day may happen, you may not be in a bad mood. Same type of person come and throw a situation at you, and it don't even bother you. So who's in control? Who's driving? Is it your emotions? Did they do something to you? Or are you really in control of the situation? So you always have to ask yourself that. The first thing is your identity. Who's driving you? So if all of these parts, your feelings, your thoughts, what you like, what you dislike. If all of these things are a part of you, then what are you essentially? Whatever you want to call it, this is a physical vehicle with many different parts to it that you dwell inside. And greater are you, essentially, than what this is. Because like I said, your emotions and your feelings have limitations. So do you want that driving? Matter of fact, do you want that to be your designated driver? Because sometimes we can get so drunk over our feelings and our thoughts, we can be under the influence. And we know how that is. You're not supposed to drive drunk, right? So that's the first point that I want to make. Identity. You have to ask yourself who is driving. And when you realize that what within you is greater than the different parts, then you have to be conscious of words and thoughts and feelings that contradict that. Well, either I'm infinite and I can do anything, or that's just how I am. That's a contradiction. So, in knowing who you essentially are and what your identity is, you have to be conscious of thinking in a way that undermines who you essentially are. By identifying with the parts and the components. Oh, that's just how I feel. Some of y'all might not have felt good about coming out here tonight. You might not have felt like that, but you're here. So, who and what is essentially driving? And the thing about it as well is, people can sit back and see how you define yourself according to your components. If you're a person and your whole attitude is, that's just how I am and that's how I feel, you're vulnerable to somebody else that can see that's how your mindset is. Because you're identifying yourself with limitations. That's just how I feel, that's just my emotions. You know what they're gonna sit back and do? I know how to drive them. I know how to control them. So that's the first thing that you gotta always consider. You and the essence of who you are is a lot greater than what you want to choose to identify yourself with. When you talk about success and your destiny or where you want to be at, some people look at that as someplace in the future, right? But the reality of it is, it's a journey and it's a purpose in life. So wherever you want to go in life, whatever you want to do, you have to ask yourself, what purpose is that going to serve? Why are you going to do it? Because if you don't define your purpose and you're just walking in your life with blinders on like you're going to get somewhere, you're going to miss a lot of stuff. They're focusing on a destination instead of a purpose and a process. So how long do you think that's going to last? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with some dudes. They go and talk to a female and they just want to get to a destination. There's children here, so I won't say that that's destination, but they want to just get somewhere. How long do you think that's going to last? And for some of you brothers that don't know that, it's all about the journey. Take your time and enjoy the journey. It's not about just getting there, right? So when it comes to destination, it's all about defining your purpose. Your purpose is all about what you are willing to give. You know why? Because when you're on your journey in life, there are a lot of sacrifices that you're going to make. There's a lot of things that you're going to learn along that road that you're going to have to give up. Because you're going to have to put work in. And the amount of work that you put in, that's what you're going to get out of it. And that's like that with anything in life. And whatever you get out of it, guess what you have to do with that? Put it right back in. You know why? Because anything that you get in life and where you're at, somebody before you made some type of contributions. Even if it was just the toilet paper you used today. You didn't make it, I'm sure most of y'all did. Somebody did. So you got to give people credit for laying down a path that you also walk past. That's why it's important to give back and to make your contribution to civilization, because you pay your rent for being here. Now think about if a person had an attitude where they live in their life And all they think about is what I'm going to get. How long do you think that's really going to last? Animals can't even function like that. So you have to be conscious of whatever you say your purpose is in life, how is that going to be something that is going to keep me here on this planet? How is this something that I'm going to be able to contribute to making the lives of other people better? Because if you're just thinking about taking, you're not giving nothing back. So that's the second thing that you got to think about when it comes to your destiny. It's not about getting there. It's about a state of being. Because in the journey and in the process, you're learning skills, you're developing relationships for you to be able to keep that once you get to that place. Which brings me to my third point. The map in your life is not the terrain. It's two different things. How many people ever went on a trip and you put it up driving directions off the internet to try to get somewhere? It don't tell you about the weather. It don't tell you about the road construction. It don't tell you about no police roadblocks. That's when we checking people to see if their seatbelts is on. There's a lot of things that a map will not tell you at all. So the map is not equal to the terrain. So what does that mean? We're in an institution of higher education for some people, right? So there's things that you will not learn here that you have to learn through just basic personal experience or just talking to different people. For example, we went to Life and Richmond bookstore earlier, and Sister Vicky that runs the bookstore, she turned me on to a book that was written about her father. He's like 109 years old. Now, imagine the information that you can learn just by sitting and listening to him. You're not going to find that information usually in this kind of institution amongst the people that's here. Because they're not familiar with the terrain. Going back to my thing about relationships, I've met some females before, and the match was real good. You know, but once I got to know them, the terrain was really different. So, 3 important points. When it comes to success, the first thing you have to consider is who's driving. If it's your feelings and your emotions, your destiny is bad. Because you have no control. And we know what happens when a person is driving out of control. Your destiny crashes. So you're greater than what you feel, or what you choose to feel. You're greater than what you choose to think. Because you can change the way you think, right? Change the way you think. Especially if it ain't working. So you have to take into consideration that you are greater than what you choose to think, what you choose to feel, and how you choose to behave in situations. That's the most important thing. Secondly, your destiny, or where you want to go in life, hinges upon where you're at right now. A lot of times, people don't have certain things in their life yet just because they got a poor attitude. You have to have an open mind and be willing to explore different things, especially those of you that have children. You may never know. He may be an artist, but if he doesn't have access to the resources to express that innate ability, that talent, he's never going to arrive at that particular point. Good thing about my parents is, my parents, they exposed me and my other siblings to a lot of different things. They taught us a lot of different things. They let us go a lot of different places. If it wasn't for them providing that type of environment, then I don't know where I would actually be at. You see? So don't be afraid to explore, learn different things, because you may never know what type of ability that you have.